Good morning, everyone. I am lecturer. Today I am giving information about looms. Today's session is 8th session. Today we are going to discuss about the preparation for the weaving. For the weaving, you need two types of yarns, warp and the weft yarns. How to prepare the yarns for weaving? So first is preparing warp and the weft yarns for the weaving. The warp yarns must be stronger than the weft yarns. First, the warps form the basic structure of base fabrics. As such, they are made to pass through many operations before actual weaving is done. These operations include spooling, warping and the slashing. In spooling, the yarn is wound on larger spools and cones that are placed on the rack known as the creel. From the creel, the yarns are wound on a warp beam which looks like a loose spool. These lengths of hundreds of warp yarns lie parallel to one another. These yarns are unwound for slashing or sizing. This is a preparation of a warp yarns. The yarn is coated with sizing with the help of slasher machine. Slashing prevents chafing or breaking of yarns during the weaving process. Sizing is either starch-based or a synthetic like polyvinyl alcohol or water-soluble acrylic polymers. The sized yarns are then wound on a final warp beam and are ready for the loom. So these are the pre-preparations before the weaving. So you have to make the warp yarns stronger by slashing and the sizing process. The filling yarns experience less strain during the weaving process. Their preparation includes spinning them to the required size and giving them just the right amount of twist desired for the kind of fabric they will be used. Preparation of weaving machines. To obtain satisfactory weaving performance, it is essential to have not only a correct yarn preparation but also an efficient organization which permits to have warps available at the right moment, thus avoiding any dead time with style or beam change. All these prerequisites aim at ensuring to the weaving mills sufficient flexibility and at permitting them to cope promptly with a variable market demand. Currently, several weaving mills have installed weaving machines which enable to perform the quick style change, that is QSC, quick style change, leading to a considerable reduction of the waiting time of the machine. Next is the weft preparation. Weft preparations are very short stages and it is only for looms, meaning that for new weaving machines there is no need for any kind of preparation. The yarn packages are placed on the weft insertion creel directly as they are. For looms, the yarns need to be converted from packages to a spool or a quill on which the weft yarn is wound. This quill will be inserted in a shuttle by which the weft will be spread across the fabric. This is the shuttle for the weft insertion. Warp preparation, the stage is to prepare the warp yarns for the weaving machines and it consists of warping, direct and the indirect method, sizing or slashing and then tying in or drawing in. Warping, this stage is to prepare the weaver's beam to be placed and set up on the weaving machine. In this stage, a desirable length and number of warp yarns are arranged in the desired sequence and placed on a beam. Depending on how that is done and on the intermediate carrier used, there are two types of warping. Sectional warping, that is indirect warping. In this warping, the yarn are being unwound from the packages to a conical drum at a certain width, length and density. Then the yarns will be rewounded to the weaver's beam. This method is indirect warping or the sectional warping. Next is direct warping, that is beam warping. In this type, the yarn are being unwound from packages to a temporarily beams at a certain length, number and density. Then these beams will be assembled in the slashing stage to produce the weaver's beam. Next stage is the slashing. Slashing is an operation that is carried out on spun yarns that lack tenacity and for weaving process and for filament yarns that have no twist. A film of thin starch is being applied on the surface of the yarn to give strength and smoothness to it to endure the tensions on the weaving machine. Next process, drawing in. The process, warp yarns are being threaded through the drop wires, held eyes and the reed ends. Depending on the style, the threading sequence will differ. Next is tying in. In this stage, if still you want to continue with the same pattern and warp yarn number and then density, tying is the process when a machine knot and old yarns on the weaving machine to the new warp yarns set on the weaver's beam. Answer the following questions. First question, describe preparation for weaving machine. Second, mention the stages of preparation of warp yarns. Third, explain the stages of preparation of warp yarns. Last question is describe weft preparation. References.